Between 2023 and 2030, it is anticipated that the global market for caviar will experience significant growth. It is a meticulously crafted product that is produced through a process that involves precise breeding and harvesting processes. This is the food that is the most expensive in the entire world. An assortment of sturgeon species, including beluga, oscitra, and sevruga, are the primary sources of caviar, which is a delicacy that is made up of fish spawns that have been preserved in salt. Additionally, caviar can be obtained from other fish species such as salmon, trout, and paddlefish. The roll of these fish can be a variety of colors, depending on the species of fish that was used to obtain the caviar. The most sought-after caviar is traditionally black caviar, which is derived from sturgeon species. The majority of the caviar that is produced comes from nations that border the Caspian Sea, such as Russia, Iran, and Azerbaijan. While simultaneously managing the intricacies of environmental protection and regulation, this region plays a vital role in the production of caviar, which allows it to meet the demand of consumers all over the world. However, other locations, such as the United States of America, France, and Italy, also produce caviar using sustainable farming procedures. These regions offer a wide variety of flavors and hues to cater to a variety of preferences and tastes. Caviar is exorbitantly priced because of its scarcity and the labor-intensive production procedure that goes into making it. As a result, it is considered a symbol of luxury and pleasure. During certain stages of the production process, workers may be required to enter the water in order to carry out a variety of activities. These tasks may include inspecting the infrastructure, monitoring the parameters of the water quality, conducting maintenance on nets or other equipment, or even assisting with the handling of fish. These facilities are rigorously maintained in order to guarantee the health and well-being of the sturgeon, as well as the ecology that is located in the surrounding area. The first step is to ensure that the water quality is carefully monitored and kept within the optimal parameters in order to facilitate the growth and reproduction of sturgeon. For the purpose of removing trash and ensuring that water conditions remain pure, sophisticated filtering systems are frequently utilized. The feeding techniques are carefully maintained in order to give sturgeon with a diet that is balanced while simultaneously limiting their influence on the environment. Frequent monitoring of the health of sturgeons helps avoid the spread of disease, which in turn reduces the amount of antibiotics and other treatments that are required. After the sturgeons in the harvesting tanks have achieved their full age, the delicate task of preparing the fish for caviar extraction is taken on by personnel with the necessary tools and experience. Employing precise techniques, they carefully transfer the mature sturgeon from the harvesting tanks to the washing area, where water sprays and specialized systems facilitate the thorough cleaning of the outer surface of the fish, ensuring that it is free from impurities before proceeding to the next phase. After that, the staff carefully cut open the sturgeons, and then they carefully extract the caviar from the valuable black roe that contains the caviar it contains. Because of the delicate nature of this technique, precision and knowledge are required in order to guarantee that the roe will not be compromised. After the roe has been retrieved, it is collected and placed into baskets, which are then prepared for the process of internal cleaning. A further cleansing of the roe is performed in this essential step in order to eliminate any leftover contaminants and excess salt, so assuring that the caviar product is of the greatest possible quality. Following the meticulous removal of the roe from the sturgeon, it goes through an essential process that is referred to as pressing or sieving before being consumed. The roe that has been extracted is next put through a simple shredder or a web made of metal. By performing this activity, the individual eggs are separated from one another, and any clusters that may have formed during the extraction process are broken up along with them. The caviar is subjected to a stringent testing by highly skilled professionals. During this examination, the caviar grains are meticulously examined using magnifying lenses in order to evaluate their size, color, and uniform characteristics. For the purpose of handling individual grains with accuracy, lab tweezers are utilized. This enables experts to identify any anomalies or defects that may be present. In addition, microscopes might be employed to conduct a microscopic examination of the caviar in order to guarantee that it satisfies severe quality criteria. In order to ensure that the caviar is of the best possible quality, technicians carefully examine it for any indications of damage, contamination, or irregularity. They then sort through each batch with attention to detail. The process of breeding is also included in the production line at these facilities that are dedicated to aquaculture. Through the use of a laboratory setting, the roe is combined with milt that is obtained from male sturgeon. It is possible to make use of feathers during this process in order to guarantee that the milt is distributed evenly throughout the roe. Due to the delicate nature of feathers, it is possible to gently agitate the mixture of roe and milt. This ensures that the milt is evenly distributed and comes into contact with all of the roe. The sturgeons are transferred to larger grow-out tanks or ponds when they reach maturity. This continues until the sturgeons reach the size that is required for caviar production. The flavor of the caviar is improved by the addition of salt, which also helps to maintain its quality. In addition to preventing the growth of bacteria and extending the caviar's shelf life, the addition of salt draws out excess moisture from the caviar, which helps to lengthen its shelf life. In order to get the ideal flavor and consistency, it is essential to use the appropriate amount of salt. Generally speaking, the amount of salt that is added is calculated based on the weight of the food. There are a number of factors that can influence the appropriate proportion of salt to caviar weight. These include personal preference, the particular species of sturgeon, and the traditional ways of preparation, to name a few. A frequent recommendation, on the other hand, is to add around 3 to 4% of salt per the weight of the food. When it comes to determining the correct salt concentration, experienced caviar producers frequently rely on their expertise in sensory evaluation. They make adjustments as required in order to obtain the flavor profile that they find most appealing. With great care, it is placed inside of spherical containers, which are normally constructed of either plastic or metal. These containers have been developed with the express purpose of storing and preserving caviar, shielding it from any external pollutants and ensuring that it remains of the highest possible quality. Caviar is carefully stacked into the containers in order to avoid undue compression, which could potentially cause damage to the eggs, which are especially delicate. It is common practice to label the containers with information such as the caviar grade, the production date, and the producer's data before sealing them. This ensures that the containers are stored in an airtight manner. Other kinds of fish are also capable of producing roe that is ideal for the creation of caviar. As an illustration, salmon, trout, and paddlefish are examples of substitutes that are frequently employed. Nevertheless, the roe that is generated by these species frequently has a hue that is distinct from the conventional black caviar that is produced by sturgeon. In contrast to trout roe, which can range from a light orange to a dark red color, salmon roe, which is often referred to as red caviar, is highly regarded for its brilliant orange-red color. In certain instances, manufacturers may add natural black colorants to the roe in order to achieve a darker color that is more similar to the color of conventional black caviar. The aesthetic value of black caviar, which is frequently associated with richness and status, is the primary motivation behind this practice. Furthermore, buyers might have a preference for the appearance of black caviar over the appearance of other hues. Natural black colorants, such as squid ink or activated charcoal, are used in a limited quantity and with great care in order to guarantee that the flavor and quality of the caviar are not altered in any way. The use of black colorants is a typical procedure in the caviar industry. This method enables producers to offer a wide variety of caviar alternatives, which permits them to appeal to a variety of preferences and tastes. Pasteurization is the final and most important process in the manufacture of caviar. During this step, the caviar is cooked at a low temperature in order to eliminate any germs that may be present without damaging its delicate texture or flavor. Using this method helps to increase the caviar's shelf life and assures that it is safe for eating and can be consumed without risk. In order to improve its attractiveness and reflect its status as a luxury delicacy, caviar of high quality is frequently offered in sophisticated packaging, such as jars with intricate designs or tins with a sleek appearance. It is necessary to store the caviar in a controlled environment, such as refrigeration, in order to ensure that its quality is preserved until it is accessible to consumers. The product is sold to merchants, restaurants, and customers all around the world, where it is savored as a representation of luxury and indulgence. If you are interested in learning more about our manufacturing lines and are anxious to dig deeper into them, then you should click here to see our next video. We will demonstrate other aspects of our precise processes and operations involving mass production.